Welcome back to episode 99 of Movie ReBrew podcast. I am your host, Michael Jennison. And with me today, the only man I know who got an actual ticket for jaywalking. Welcome to the pod, my buddy, Bret.
I was a dirty jaywalker. I happened to be crossing the street. It was illegal, but somebody had
Well,
just
yeah.
gotten shot at one of the bars. And there was a crowd of cops just all over the street. It was a bad time to jaywalk.
They didn't have anything else. They didn't have anything else better to do than that.
Well, no, they caught the suspect like immediately. So then they were just hanging out.
Raid tickets.
I did almost hit a car, like run into a car. It was probably deserved. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm a
Brett's odd for Project Hail Berry.
yeah.
And we both have beers, both have space-themed beers. Brett, you want to go first?
I don't have mine open yet, but it is the Sierra Nevada, the Cosmic Little Thing IPA.
Have you had it before?
I have, yeah. It's really good.
I think I've seen it before. I couldn't find it at the beer store I went to, so I went with an old reliable that totally works, though, for this situation. I got Elijah Space Dust IPA.
That was actually my
Elysian.
first, way to pronounce that one, Mike. That was my first thought was the Elysian Space Dust. But then, like, I had it before.
Is Elysian the right pronunciation?
Who cares? I don't know. But,
Yeah.
How do you like it? Because I had it before they were bought out by Anheuser-Busch.
I like it. I've always liked it. This was one of the first IPA. Like when I started getting into craft beers, I feel like this was like one of the first ones I had, one of the better ones I've had. I've always been a big fan of it. So it's great. I
What
think
is that, like 8 or 9%?
8.2%. Yeah. I've actually been to their brewery. I don't think it's their flagship one. I think their flagship one's somewhere smaller in Washington, but in Seattle, I actually went to their brewery one time. It was a cool brewery in Seattle, and they had a bunch of good beers there. Not just Space Dust. I think they also had a bunch of like different variations of it, like a grapefruit.
Yeah.
You pronounce Elysian? It's Elysian? I don't know.
Elysian? I don't know. I'm the guy who goes to
Elysian?
most breweries and pronounces beers just like incredibly wrong.
Yeah, I will say that there are some times where I want to get a beer, but I'm like, dude, I don't feel like just butchering the shit out of this name, so I'm going to get the sour.
Yeah. I have learned how to say the Hannestefaner correctly, so that's the German brewery that is like starts with a W and has like 72 letters in it.
Yep.
And
That's how you pronounce that?
It's the Hannestefaner, yeah.
Well, damn.
Yeah, you learned something today.
Well, anyways, Brett, we're here to talk about Project Hail Mary.
Yep.
I guess we can just jump into it, right? All right, let's do it.
I think you saw it.
I will say, on my first sip of Elysian, I'm just gonna say a lot.
Just double down on it. It's fine.
I will give a quick little review of the Elysian Space Dust. It's as good as I remember. I really like it. I've always really liked it.
It was better before.
You think that the quality's gone down?
Yeah.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, and it's not like not terribly down. Like, I still get Goose Island IPA every once in a while. I like the Space Dust still, but when you get bought out by a bigger company and they're more geared towards mass production, there's less detail given to quality, I think. Doing bigger batches instead of small batches.
Yeah. No, I mean, especially like Goose Island. I feel like Goose Island's quality went down a lot.
Yeah.
and and Ballast Point for that reason too. I used to love. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things. Also, like those were like the big breweries when we started drinking craft beer, and then you just try like million other breweries, and then you're like, Ballast Point isn't as good as I thought it was. Goose Island's not as good as I thought it
Yeah,
was.
what's Ballast Point's big one? The Sculpin IPA.
Sculpin, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you the last time I had Ballast Point, and it was a go-to for
I
the
hadn't had
longest
a
time.
Sculpin in about a year. Yeah, yeah. It was the last time I had it was like I don't know, month 2 months ago. It was actually when Jacob Welly, our buddy Jacob, was visiting. I got it for the first time in a long time, and it was really good. All right, Brett, let's jump into Project Hail Mary. Me and Brett talk off the record a little bit about this movie. Brett, you want to go first? You can give no spoiler review, or do you want me to go first? I'll let dealer's choice. You're the guest.
I mean, I can go first. I'm fine with that. You know, it was not to be too high on it, but one of the best movies I've seen in theaters since possibly Interstellar. Um, I'm not counting Oppenheimer because that was on a bigger screen. Um, that's a different world, I think. But had a lot of heart. Uh, it was moving. It was absolutely hilarious. Um, and something that a lot of ages could see. It wasn't. I saw it with my family. It was great. It was.
I kind of agree with all of that. I guess I'll wait for spoilers, but it does kind of feel like and this isn't really a knock on it, but it feels like it's like a kind of a greatest hits of a lot of sci-fi movies that
Yeah.
have come out in the last like 10 years. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of Arrival in this movie. There's a lot of Gravity, and there's a lot of Interstellar, and it's kind of like, and I guess a splash of The Martian, and you take all that together, and this is kind of the movie you get. Um, but I agree that this movie has more heart than probably all those movies. Um, and yeah, it's a really good family sci-fi movie. I think it's a little bit easier to wrap your arms around than maybe some of the like 2049 is. Blade Runner 2049. This is a little bit more straightforward, but still like a pretty interesting timeline, interesting way of telling the story. The first half of this movie, I didn't really know where it was going. Kind of
This
kept
was
me
great.
guessing, and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, and um, it. Have you read The Martian?
No, but I know that it's by the same author.
Yeah, same author that wrote The Martian. You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
It does feel very Martian esque. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller directed this movie. They did 21 and 22 Jump Street,
And the
as
Lego
well as the
Batman
Han
movie, I
Solo
think.
and the Lego
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. Did they do Jump Street, or did I just make that
I
up?
think you might have made that up. I don't. I remember that they did the Lego Batman movie, and what were
No,
they?
they did 21 and
Did they?
22 Jump
Okay,
Street.
I
They did the
wasn't
Lego
sure.
movie,
Yeah, they were fired from something.
and they were fired from the Solo movie. Oh no, I think they were uncredited. I think they were brought in late.
That's fine. Who cares about that?
They wrote Into the Spider. Oh, Phil Lord wrote Into the Spider Verse,
That's the other one I was. Yeah, I was trying to think of the other animated one they were involved in.
and they wrote the other Spider-Man Into the Spider Verse movie. So yeah, they've been pretty dang successful. I pretty much like all their work. And yeah, I've seen a lot of people kind of say like this is probably the sci-fi family flick. I agree
Yeah.
with that. It's great to see like original stories, big budget original stories, getting their place. This movie's also made a lot of money. It's
Yeah.
made $450-ish million dollars as the time of this recording on a $250 million budget. So financial success. Movie's like a 95% Rotten Tomatoes. It's great to have a movie like this come out in March, which can typically be kind of a slower time of the year. Yeah, I had a really good time with it. Anything else to kind of add before we score it?
The I think it's to me it feels like a generational movie. Like one that, because I don't know if you remember, like in high school, we had movies that we quoted in high school. We'd sit around and quote movies all day, and I feel like this generation has been missing, you know, missing that. They sit around and talk about video games and stuff like that these days. Braden's freshman in high school. I know what he talks about. And this just feels like
Yeah.
That movie that's going to get teenagers to go to the theater again. And
You said that you watched this with your he's a freshman?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And like he's been quoting it like lately, and he's only seen it once. So it's like there's like certain lines that just stick into your head from this movie, and I can't remember the last movie that I saw in theaters that like I'm laughing about certain lines and moments like days later.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it is interesting. I guess I'll wait for spoilers because I'm about to say a massive spoiler.
Yeah.
This is a hard movie not to really spoil. My score here, I'm gonna give it like an 8.2. It's definitely in the eights, not quite in the nines for me. Really liked it. The only like critique I have is that it was a tad bit too long. I kind of thought it dragged a little bit towards the end. Um, and it also became kind of predictable. Like
Hmm.
once they kind of revealed like the big plot point, then it was kind of like, all right, come on, get on with it. Um, and there wasn't like a kind of a, I don't know, there wasn't like a deeper. And I was kind of tired when I watched this, so maybe if I watched this in a fresh headspace, it'll be a little bit different. But like, there wasn't really like a deeper like. I wasn't really reflective on anything after this movie. I was just like, dang, this is a really good movie. But it wasn't like a sci-fi movie where you like leave a theater and you're like, dang, like that really makes me kind of think of the world in a different way. I didn't necessarily get that, but it was an awesome movie.
Yeah,
I had an absolute blast with it. I'd recommend it to pretty much everybody.
yeah. And I will say the reason why you didn't really reflect much on it was because I think there were some pretty heavy Christian themes in it that we both went to Catholic school for what 12 years, and you know the
13.
whole I see I can't say it without spoiling it, but there's certain moments in that movie where they're just basic Catholic or Christian teachings or lessons that we've had hammered into our heads over the years.
I mean, yeah, I guess now I didn't make a connection at all. It's called Project Hail Mary. So I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I do think maybe part of it kind of went over my head. But yeah, what would you score it?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Um, you know, I agree with you with the keeping it in the eights, because it does become you know kind of predictable in the third act, especially. But I think it's because and I think it's what they went for. That it was kind of like a highlight of recent sci-fi hits, which I don't think there's anything
Yeah,
wrong with it. It's getting people to go to the theaters. It's I had a blast during the movie, um, and you know, besides um, the middle-aged couple getting fingered in the back row loudly in the beginning, um, it was a pretty in sync crowd, like gasping at the same time, laughing at the same time. It was pretty, a good movie experience, and you know,
um, the couple next to me were talking so much that the guy that was to the right of me actually got up and sat in the I saw an IMAX, went into the very
that's
front row of the IMAX theater. Suicide mission on that
yeah.
guy's part. It was distracting. They kind of stopped talking like 30 minutes in, but they were talking like early on and kind of like laughing. They're just like very immature people. So that was unfortunate. But they weren't getting fingered.
Yeah, there's a lot of movements and like heavy sighs going. Like it was,
They were an elderly couple.
they were like middle aged. It was so weird. And
God, I guess
like,
God bless them.
God, well, yeah, but it was also Easter Monday at like 3 o'clock, and like
God bless them.
families were there. God bless them. And I have to throw it out there that like I didn't pick up on the Christian themes while watching. It was an article I read.
Okay.
That
All
was,
right.
a few big themes in the movie that like someone had pointed out, and once they said it, it was like you could see it now that you read it, but I did not see it in real time. I did not think it was. I didn't think it was too long. I thought it kind of flew by a little bit for me. Um, but I'm also I like slower movies, so I was okay with it. I did read that it was the
You're like
original edit.
I don't have ADHD like you, Mike.
Yeah, I'm a normal guy, man. But I actually read that it was close to 4 hours, the original release, and that the original audiences, you know, it was like unbearably long, which then I could see. But they were trying to be so like close to the book, which I thought, respect for that, I think.
I saw a IMAX like premiere showing like on a Monday night, and it was kind of late, so it started like at 7:30, and then it went 2.5 hours. That's late for me, but I got this cool pid.
Amaze, amaze, amaze. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a funny line.
Yeah. Um. So I guess we can get into spoilers.
Yeah,
Um. I guess the last thing I'll say is try to go in there not knowing anything because I didn't know anything. So best you can. At this point, this movie's made a bunch of money and it's been out for 3 weeks now. So I feel like it's hard to dodge spoilers. But if you haven't seen it yet, you should go in not knowing anything.
believe it or not, I saw it blind. Went in blind.
You saw it blind.
Yeah, there was a big Super Bowl commercial, or was it Super Bowl? I don't remember, but there was a big commercial, and I turned it off, so I didn't see it. I didn't want to see the trailer. Um, I try to do all things blind: books, movies, and shows,
And walking.
and walking.
And dating.
No, but man, like I think that if somebody recommends me something that's good enough for me, I don't need to know what it's about.
I agree. So the big spoiler here, because I didn't know about. Did you know what this movie was about at all?
Nope. I knew Ryan Gosling was in it.
Did you know about the character Rocky?
Nope.
No, either did I. And then as I was leaving and I was like reading the Wikipedia page, I'm like, oh, Rocky's on the movie poster, but it's really, really small, but he's on it. So I'm like, I guess people know about him before they go. I don't know, but I don't know how much I would have liked this movie if I knew that he was going to meet an alien. I feel like because the first hour and a half of this movie, like I loved it because I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, the mystery. Yeah. And then once you see Rocky, I love the character of Rocky. He's awesome. He's great comic relief, but the tone of the movie changes completely. It's basically two separate movies, which is great, and I think that helps make this hour 50 running time feel pretty short.
Yeah.
The last 20-ish minutes it was kind of dragging because I kind of knew where it was going, but
yeah,
I mean,
all
in all,
I'm a sucker for happy endings, so it's like I loved every second of it.
At what point did you think that? Actually, you know what? I was kind of wrong. I kind of thought Ryan Gosling was just gonna die.
I knew he
the whole entire time. I did. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was one of those things where like he sacrifices himself for mankind, and like he kind of does.
Well, he does. He willingly sacrifices himself, but Rocky takes care of him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go back. Well, anyways,
I think he's gonna go back, but Not quickly,
Well,
but the Iridians are
shoot.
taking the time to uh, prepare his ship for for travel to his home planet. So it'd be rude not to.
Yeah. You know what? This movie's got a lot going on. Let's just start from the top.
Let's start
All
from the
right.
top.
All right. It opens up with him like just waking up and totally out of it. That first like 10 minutes I thought was hilarious. Where
Yeah,
he's just like going around, fumbling around, stumbling around, stealing alcohol and stuff.
yeah. He looked like Jesus.
Is this where the Christian theme started?
That's where it started, Adam. I'm not trying to tie it into the episode. But once that was said, I couldn't get it out of my head. Like he had the Jesus beard and the hair.
He did, yeah. That's fair. I love how it opened up with just like having no idea what the hell is going on. The Thailand was super smart. You don't find out that he's drugged until I don't know 2 hours in, and was kind of put there against his will. And so super interesting, super captivating. And then like tying into the fact that we quickly learn that he's like a loser. Or he's like a loser's being mean.
He's an outcast.
I loved my science teachers growing up in grade school. They were great people and really smart. But he's a failed scientist, right? We can say that.
Ryan Gosling can't be a loser, so.
Well,
you
yeah,
can't
I know.
Look that
he's
good
probably too good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably too good looking for this role, but he always is. Except for Ken, I guess. Did you see Barbie movie?
I did not.
I feel like you'd hate that movie.
No.
I kind of wish you would have saw it so you could shit on it.
That I actually saw trailers on, and I was like, I'm not gonna put myself through
that. Anything in like the early going worth pointing out for you here?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think you said he wakes up with amnesia, and I thought it was kind of funny when scientific things start clicking with him, and he's like, "Why do I know that?" Which is I think actually like that's a fun side effect of amnesia. You might forget who you are or where you come from, but like things that you have learned through your life just come to you naturally, which is it's cool. But yeah, just that's pretty much all you need to know about the beginning of the movie, I think. And then it's him trying to piece together.
And then we can talk about the Petrova line. That was a good sci-fi theory.
Yes, yeah, it was. It was like an interesting way to bring it about too, because he was trying to explain it to a classroom of kids, which was nice because we're of the same intelligence level of as the kids in the classroom, so it was pretty much spoon fed to us what was going on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I didn't really take note of that, but that was actually a really clever way to kind of give the premise of the movie without having like a character's voiceover, or it be like kind of like a news report, like it was, you're right. That was a really nice touch where the guy's just a middle school teacher who teaches science. So of course that topic would probably come up. And of course he would tell it in a very simple way for our dumb brains to be able to understand it.
And kind of like I think what did they say? The Earth was going to cool like 15 to 20 degrees in the next 30 years, and they're not sure how much after. They don't know what's going to happen after that. It's a pretty heavy thing to put out there, and it was a pretty gentle way, I think.
Yeah, no, I know, and it makes your head hurt. Every time I think of the sun, my head just starts hurting. Space in general.
Yeah. It's a heavy topic.
And tying into Artemis 2 right now, it's crazy. Like space, like all my niece and nephew, they're all ranging between 8 and 5, 8 and 4.
Yeah.
They're all like space crazy right now.
That's
Space
awesome.
is having a comeback.
Yeah. I love it. I'm here for it. How was the landing?
I feel like we did. Oh, I should say this. So I went to the shore thinking that I could hear the sonic boom because that's what everyone was saying
Yeah.
you were going to. They even like put out a warning, like between 5 and 5:15, your windows are gonna shake. Didn't hear a sonic boom. No one heard a sonic boom. Yeah,
And
that
I
sucked.
think you weren't in eyesight of the
No,
vessel splash crash.
it's unfortunate. I mean, it's not unfortunate. I know why they didn't do it at night, but I guess in the past there have been some ships that have come back at night. I think San Diego's a pretty common place where they crash down
Yeah,
due to the strong naval premise that's in San Diego,
makes sense.
and like how big the Pacific Ocean is. I'm sure that also kind of weighs in on it. But so I was actually in Coronado too, where the main naval base is. Um, um, but yeah, no one heard it. Stinks.
Yeah, I watched it on TV. It was cool.
I didn't watch it on TV because I was trying to hear it.
Um, the
And the thing is, like, you're just not sure what it's gonna sound like.
No.
You know, like I heard a helicopter and I was like, "Is that the sonic boom?" I'm like, no, it's a fucking helicopter, Mike. Like your brain's playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
A car goes down the road, a loud car, and you're like, "Is that the sonic boom?"
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, surely if I hear the sonic boom, I'm going to know it's a sonic boom, right? There's going to be no doubt, right? It's going to be like, holy shit.
Yeah. It's not going to be any sound you've ever heard in your entire life.
Exactly. And then, it was pretty disappointing because I was checking the internet just to like hear when they landed. And then like they landed like 2 minutes ago. And I was like, well, we're not going to sonic boom now. So.
Yeah, no, the whole time watching it, they kept showing different shots of, I'm gonna call it the vessel for lack of a better term, but the parachutes, went off and everything like that, and they kept showing different shots of it, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, trying to dissect how people are gonna say it's fake, because the whole, moon landing in the, what was it, the 60s, people are going to dissect it.
Kubrick filmed that.
Oh, Kubrick did? Yeah.
Yeah.
I might watch a Kubrick film tonight.
That sounds fun. Yeah. I may partake in that.
Anyways, we get told about the what's it called? What's the line?
The Petrova
line, yeah. And then he ends up getting.
Did you like it? Did you like the whole Petrova line and it being organisms that are slowly eating the earth? I thought that scene where he discovers it was hilarious. How he kills one.
Yeah, because that whole sequence is hilarious when he puts on the suit, and I don't remember what gas they said was filled in the chamber, and she was just like, don't rip the suit because you will die. And then he goes in there and kills it. Like it's just a great sequence. And his goofiness is just, he's being looked at by a room full of like such serious people, and he's like trying to get them to applause and like be excited. It's really funny.
It's really funny. That reminded me a lot of The Martian because I think he's trying to grow a potato or something on The Martian.
Yeah,
I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I've seen it one time.
But there is I saw it one time in theaters. But there is one similar scene I feel to it where it was like really, really funny with Matt Damon. I thought this was hilarious. Perfect role for Ryan Gosling because he can always just blend humor in there so effortlessly. That was really funny. I thought the premise was super interesting too, with the dark rooms, and they're attracted by light.
Was it? I don't know. It was a type of light. I don't remember. It was because they created a box to attract. It doesn't matter. We're not scientists.
Yeah, there was the box.
We are like the intelligence of the kids in the classroom, Mike.
Yes.
We're not.
I was totally following it though when in theaters. I wasn't really that confused in theaters.
I was keeping up with it, but
that's what you.
Oh, so he's a teacher, and then he gets recruited by the government.
Yeah,
Is it the U.S. government or like United Nations? Because
I think United Nations.
there's multiple countries
Yeah,
involved. Um,
yeah,
because his beliefs, his scientific beliefs, went against the grain, and they were looking for out of the box thinkers. Because he believed
yes,
that life could exist without water, which goes against
yes,
the basic scientific belief of creating life on other planets or
yes,
finding life on other
yeah.
planets.
I actually really like that theory because you always hear about that, right?
Yeah,
Like this planet has like Mars, how it has frozen water in its poles. So
so
it's
therefore
like
life
in
should exist.
theory,
Yeah,
yeah, like in theory they could have had life, even if it was just tiny organisms millions of years ago.
yeah.
Or maybe now, just like frozen in it,
But
Who's to say?
a great
Um,
a
but
great scene is when he finds out that there is um,
life.
what hydrogen that the bacteria consists of hydrogen mostly.
Yeah,
And he's so
because doesn't he
devastated.
think he like
Like
discovered something,
he
and then
thought
he's
it
like,
supported his view on life in other galaxies, and it
oh yeah, and he's
was
like,
like the majority of the organism was hydrogen. And
it was water, right? He's
yeah,
like, it's water.
yeah,
It's all water.
it's all water.
Yeah.
It's a crazy like that. Like I said, the whole sequence is just, and that's within like the first half an hour of the movie, and it like you start off the movie laughing.
Yeah, yeah. And you're not really sure what the hell's going on, really, first
No.
like half hour to an hour, but it's awesome. Like, I love the confusing timeline. I love how you're like, this guy's a fool. How the hell did he end up in the ship? And then it slowly starts getting pieced together, and you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Um, he's doing well on Earth. In space, he's really not doing well for a very, very, very long time.
yeah. That's the only,
um,
my one of my complaints. I don't have many. I don't want to sound like I dislike the movie, but one of my complaints was they kind of gloss over how long he's in space for. In real time, I
you're
didn't,
right.
after reading about the movie a little bit more afterwards, like Rocky was in space for like 43 years or something like that. I must have missed that.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So it's like
He can't be in space that long because they show the woman scientist, Sandra Holler, her character's Eva in this movie.
yeah.
They show her at the end, and she doesn't seem like she's aged much.
No, so I don't think Ryan Gosling was in space that long. I think Rocky was. I'm just saying, like it was like I'm kind of unclear on how long Gosling was in space for.
Well, yeah, because they had to knock him out, right? And the
Yeah.
whole point is for them to like basically like be in cryo. So you'd think that travel took a really long time if they were to do that.
And he wakes up and
Because
everyone's
if it
already
took like a
dead. So it's. Oh no! Now
yeah, everyone's
I
dead.
take back everything I said. They were actually pretty clear because I think they told you it was like 11 years or something like that when he wakes up.
Okay,
Are you looking it
maybe.
up right now?
Yeah, just but 13. Oh no, within 30 years, I can't even read. It says 30. Within 30 years, the sun's gonna die. We knew that
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
How long? Google AI tells me 2 hours and 36 minutes.
That is exactly the amount of time he was in space, or that we were in space.
God, it's I can't find this answer. It
I
won't get off.
it doesn't matter. I must have missed.
It doesn't, but
I must have missed in real
I might
time
have
how
missed it
long Rocky
too.
was in space though, because like that's pretty fucking heavy that he was alone on a spaceship for 40 plus years.
Okay, so I'm on Reddit, Project Hail Mary Reddit, uh, and it takes 4 years to travel to that planet and back. Like
Okay.
4 years one way, 4 years back. So apparently 4 years
Okay.
have gone by.
Cool.
So there you go. So that
So
makes sense. That's well within the timeline of the 30 years before the sun blows up,
yeah,
dies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, so he got chemically induced to be on the ship. Uh. See, it's a tricky movie to explain because it jumps timelines pretty often. You're getting two stories.
Well, let's yeah, for sure. I think we did a good job. Let's get to this part where we're about to meet Rocky.
Yeah,
Cool with that?
I'm cool with it.
What did you have a theory going? What did you think was going to happen?
Oh man. Um. I don't even know if I had a theory, man. Like I was along for the ride. Um.
All right, so what's going through your head? You're just like, this is sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's. I mean, it was pretty clear that. Um, there was actually no. I can tell you exactly what. Sorry, it's been a couple days since I've thought about it. Because I thought about this movie a lot, like Tuesday and Wednesday after
Yeah.
seeing it. It stuck in my mind, and um, I thought it was a spaceship from that planet that Gosling was uh studying, or that was the one surviving planet. I thought it was a spaceship from that planet. And I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. And I had no predictions when the tunnel came over. Like I was just mesmerized. I had no.
The
I will say,
the
like, I
tunnel.
try not to predict movies as I'm going. I try to just be caught off guard. I like to be surprised, and I like to be in like.
I agree. I mean, I'm not sitting. I just think my brain naturally goes there. I kind of didn't think we were going to see Rocky, see the alien. That
Yeah,
was kind of my working theory. That it was just going to be like, because it's so much easier just not to show it,
yeah.
right? And just have Ryan Gosling go, "Oh wow,
Well,
it's
when
I
he
can't
threw
even
over
put into
the
words."
when he threw over the messages, I also thought we weren't going to see the alien, especially
Yeah,
because I never heard anything about Rocky before the movie. So
no,
I had no reason to believe that we would see an alien.
yeah, and I wasn't sure if like that was going to be the rest of the movie. I mean, eventually you realize that it's probably going to be the rest of the movie because he keeps going back.
Yeah,
But like the whole diamond caves and stuff, whatever the hell that uh, was really cool.
yeah.
Like really, really, really neat. And then when you finally meet Rocky, I didn't think we were going to see Rocky. And you finally see Rocky, um, pretty cool looking character.
Yeah, I wasn't
It's really
expecting.
hard to make an interesting monster slash alien that hasn't been done before.
Yeah,
That just like, but then also is like you like and is like cute and you can like look at all the time.
but he's just a rock spider
Eh,
with no face,
Yeah, he's just a rock
and he
spider.
made it like they made it him adorable.
Yeah, like
Um,
sick.
and I don't know how much you read about this movie, like after the effect, but like the tunnel and the lighting in the tunnel was all practical effects, not CGI. Rocky was a puppet.
Oh yeah.
Rocky was not animated. He was controlled by puppeteers, and he was voiced by the main puppeteer.
Oh,
Yeah, who was originally a
dang.
stand-in until they found like a big name actor to voice the role. But there was so much good back and forth between him and Gosling, and it ended up being perfect. They stuck with him. James something I think is I don't remember his last name, but couple fun facts for
That's that is really sick. I know they didn't get Chris Pratt to do the voice of Rocky. Thank God.
you.
Uh, No, that's really cool. He looked awesome. I guess that makes sense that he was just a puppet. Yeah, I'm here. I have a picture of Ryan Gosling here with the actual puppet. They're interesting. There's one guy holding up the puppet, and then two people were controlling the arms. It looks like.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. They knocked out of the park with Rocky. I mean, I assume in the book they describe him, but like, you have to like make him, and I'm sure that was probably the most daunting task that the creators had. Right?
Yeah.
You got to nail the monster or alien. I shouldn't call Rocky a monster. That's really rude.
No, you have to nail the alien.
You have to nail the alien, and they did, and they made it super cute. He was like able to emote really well too, that I just wasn't really expecting. It's probably because it wasn't an actual puppet, so like, I feel like it's easier to kind of be expressing than via like CGI a lot of the time. So yeah, it was great, and like, it was so weird because part of me was a little disappointed because I was like super interested in what was happening and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it became like a buddy comedy.
Yeah, out of nowhere, because you think that they're just going to continue to communicate through the door. Because you think everything's going to happen. All
seemed like a rival type stuff.
Yeah, and then pretty much out of nowhere, somebody is knocking on Ryan Gosling's door, and it's Rocky in a suit that he built to sustain his life in Gosling's ship.
Yeah, and then he's just like this funny, goofy, like sidekick the rest of the movie.
It was a ball. It was a ball, and he's rolling around in his ball, and he's just like, "Why so messy? Is this room for trash?"
Yes. And I thought the way that they were able to communicate was super cool.
Yeah.
It was really well done. Yeah, maybe I should give us a higher score.
Yeah. And,
it was such an awesome world that was built.
Yeah.
Such an awesome world.
And if you think about it, man, like, Ryan Gosling was pretty much that was a solo act for most of the movie.
Yeah. Well over half of it. Yeah, him just acting with a puppet.
Yeah.
There was really great use of non-original music in this movie. Was there a montage with Rocky, or am I just making that up?
There's a montage with Rocky after they discover why the bacteria was not taking over the planet that they were studying.
And what song was it?
I don't remember. The one song that sticks out of my head is what was her name? Eva, the commander.
Yes, her karaoke song.
Her karaoke song moved me to tears.
Yeah,
everybody in the theater was crying.
"Sign of the Times," a Harry Styles song.
Yeah, didn't know the song. Didn't know it was by Harry Styles. I didn't fucking care. That it was intense.
Are you a Harry Styles fan now?
I might be after that song. Specifically of that cover of that song.
Yeah, no, that was sick. I'm jumping ahead a little here, but it's just this was such a great moment. At the end, when they send all of the 4 capsules back, the Beatles back.
Yeah.
They're all named after, and then two of us on the run. Just two of us. What two of us plays.
Yeah.
That was I could not think of a better song to play there. First off, I love that song. Underrated, great Beatles song.
Yep.
And that's one of those songs that like ends and you're like, man, I could just listen to that song again. Like you could just loop it back.
Yeah. I don't know if that made our top 50 list. And if it didn't, I don't know how it did not.
I was actually about to pull up the top 50 list.
Yeah.
Me, Bret, and our buddy Jacob, we did a top 50 Beatles list one night. It was pretty extensive. I think we spent like 8 hours coming up.
8 or 9 hours. Right? Maddie and Stella also joined us in on that, like throughout the day.
They did.
They weren't like mainstays.
They did. It was,
but And we were pretty hammered at the end.
We were, and we all did research beforehand too, to make sure that we were like equipped and ready to do it.
Yeah, the
Do
three
you
of
think
us
it made
listened
it
to every album ever by the Beatles for like a couple months.
in preparation for it?
Yeah.
Do you think it made it? What's your final prediction? I have the list in front of us.
I don't think it made it.
No,
No.
it didn't make it. Damn.
Dude, I've looked back on that list and I think we were accounting for critical or commercial success too much for that list.
We have Across the Universe, but not two of us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like
I love Across the Universe, though.
I mean, yeah, same. But like there was a movie made, titled Across the Universe,
Yeah.
and like I think we were accounting for too many things instead of just doing like our own top 50.
I mean, maybe I remember we put Raid at the end for Ringo, number 50.
Yeah. I
like Raid.
So do I, and I had it on my personal playlist, and then it like popped up a couple times, like 2 days in a row. I was like, I don't want to listen to this song.
Yeah, there's also Sgt. Pepper's is like dominant on this album. This is when I was going through a huge Sgt. Pepper's phase.
Yeah, I was going through a huge
I think
Rubber Soul phase, and I fought.
And I think Jacob was going through a huge Revolvers phase. Because like literally, it's so heavy. Those three songs, those three albums, which is fine. Those are probably their three best albums.
It's a good list.
I guess I'll say the top 10 since we've talked about it a bunch here. So number 10, Strawberry Fields Forever. Number 9, With a Little Help from My Friends.
That shouldn't be in the top
10. Number 8, Sgt. Pepper's The Lonely Heart Club Band.
That's fine.
Oh, we combined those.
Oh, we did? Right? Okay. All right.
I think we did. I think we combined those. Yeah, there's 51 songs. I think we combined those.
That makes sense.
Together, which makes sense. Though that's still way too high. Penny Lane's is 7.
2.
I guess Revolution's 10 then. 9, Strawberry Fields Forever. 8, Sgt. Pepper's / With a Little Help from My Friends. 7's Penny Lane's. 6 is Here Comes the Sun. 5 is Happiness is a Warm Gun. It's really high, but Happiness is a Warm Gun, Fox.
That's the one I don't disagree with, being in the top 10.
I love Here Comes the Sun. You're going to all of a sudden hate Here Comes the Sun?
I don't hate it. I don't think it's not my top 10 Beatles song.
Something. We have so much George. In My Life, number 3.
Yeah.
So Something's 4. In My Life is number 3. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, number 2. And A Day in the Life is number 1.
I do like number 1 and 2. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of that top 10.
4 of the top 6 are George songs. How about that?
Which I'm cool. I am. See, I'm cool because it's George, but unsung hero of the Beatles. But this might turn into a Beatles podcast.
Slowly turning into it. And I'll be honest, I don't have a whole lot more to say about Project Hail Mary.
We haven't really gotten through the whole movie. Where did we leave off?
We should talk. So the Rocky dynamic, him naming him Rocky, and the whole Adrian thing was super cute.
Yeah,
I feel like that really helped build their connection as friends. I really, really liked that. And I think this is kind of where my issue with the movie is, if there's an issue, is that like the whole rest of it, I love their relationship, but like the action of what they were doing wasn't that like captivating to me, because they go to the planet, they almost die, but then they don't die. But then Rocky escapes to try to save him from his little chamber, and then he almost dies.
Yeah,
and he goes back to his ship, and then he lives. Stop me when you want to like talk about something more in depth.
Okay. the moments that I found captivating were like when Rocky offers him, like he's Gosling, or his character's name is Grace. Grace says that he reveals that it's not going to be a trip back home for him. That this was a one-way trip, and he's like, how much fuel do you, what do you need to get home? And he's like, fuel. I'm out of it. And he's like, how much do you need? And Grace tells him, and there's like a moment of silence, like a well-placed moment of silence in the movie, and then he says, "Well, I can give it to you." And like, great performance by, like, a solo performance by Ryan Gosling. Because I'm holding my breath during this, and he says, I think Rocky says that he'll just go home 6 years slower. And
Yeah.
looking back, on like how long he had been in space and away from his mate, as Rocky puts it, it was a pretty heavy moment.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. Yeah, that definitely needs its moment. Yeah. I know they forged this friendship,
Yeah,
and it's very believable.
yeah,
You don't think it's gonna be,
no,
but you fully believe that they forged this beautiful friendship, that they're both willing to make sacrifices for each other.
yeah,
Um, but then the whatever, their bacteria is also eating Rocky's fuel, right?
yes. And I don't remember why though.
Can't remember either.
Oh,
But then
because
essentially,
um, the bacteria is attracted to xenon, I think, or it eats
and
xenon.
Rocky's ship's made out of it, right?
Rocky's ship is made out of that. And xenon's a gas in our reality, or our universe, and everything is the opposite in Rocky's. Um, so xenon's a solid in his universe, and thumbs up is thumbs down in you know his life, which is just me and you know my family and I have just been going like this all the time when we do thumbs up, just says, why not? It's hilarious. Just another
Yeah,
quotable
that's
scene
cute.
from the movie. Um, and then another great moment of their friendship is when Grace is describing his lost love in his life. You know that he thought they were happy, but she thought that he had his head in the clouds. And she started dating this guy named Mark. And as soon as he finished talking, Rocky just says, "Rocky hate Mark," just in like unquestionable love for a friend.
Yep,
It's just a good
that's
buddy comedy.
yep. No, for sure. It's so funny how, first off, that's always being a good friend. If anyone's ever, when someone vents to somebody,
Yeah.
they're just looking for you to agree.
Yep.
They're not looking for you to like psychoanalyze them or give them advice. They just want someone to be like, yeah, man, fuck that person.
Yeah, and that was like a very human reaction by Rocky.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, I do think it's really cute how, I mean, even though Rocky's world is so different that like at the end of the day, like what matters to both of them is so similar. And they all just kind of care about their friends and family back home,
Yeah.
and it's like that's like kind of what bonds them, and it's really cute.
Yeah. It's good buddy comedy.
It is a great buddy comedy out of nowhere.
So Rocky offers them fuel to go home, and then um, was it after that they did their experiment with collecting particles from that planet's atmosphere, and some things went haywire, and um, they almost lost it. Ryan Gosling's, you know, put his life on the line to save the experiment, but then they were in the atmosphere for too long, and um, was it the fuel tanks that did got most of the damage there?
Yeah. So it was immediately after Rocky says he can give Grace fuel to go home. They do that experiment.
Yeah.
A fuel leak causes an uncontrollable spin that renders Grace unconscious, and that's when Rocky has to break his spacesuit and save Grace.
Yeah. Pretty great scene.
Yeah. So literally risk his life for his buddy.
Yeah. That he's only known for what, 2 years at that point, I think.
They were there for 2 years?
I don't know. Like I told you, like I do not know how long the whole thing lasted.
Yeah, you're right. That Grace and Rocky together. Who knows what AI is gonna say here? All right, someone put confused about the timeline on Reddit.
Yeah, same.
Dude, there's people like doing math on here and shit.
I don't care enough to do math.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like no one has a great answer. So Rocky goes in hibernation.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
Because he almost dies.
Yep.
And then while he's in hibernation, Grace figures out the organism thing.
While talking to Rocky the whole time. In the cutest way ever. You know?
And that's when we find out that Grace was actually drugged.
Yeah.
Do you think those flashbacks are like Grace slowly getting his memory back too?
I think in the beginning, I think in the first half, they were him getting his memory back. The second half of the movie was just finishing that storyline. I think somewhere in the second act, you know, he knew exactly who he was and why he was there, and how he got there. Because I want to say he hinted at it a little bit, you know, with a few things that he said. I don't remember the lines, but I think that, you know, there's some sad boy stuff going on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then that's the point where Ryan Gosling realizes that I forget what they're called, the tattoo MOBA. Basically, that the bacteria can eat through Zion. Yeah,
I said it earlier.
and consume the fuel, and he realized that's what Rocky's ship is completely made out of.
Yeah.
And so he realized that he has to make a choice. He can make it back to Earth safely, or he has got to go back and save his buddy, who's now saved him twice.
Yeah.
And he makes the right choice to go back.
Yeah. So he sends off his samples to Earth, which will save the planet. Goes back to save Rocky. And I think it flash forwards to him on Rocky's planet. Am I correct on that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wakes up. Almost looks like a.
But we're not. We're not sure at first, right? Like where he wakes up.
Because
it looks like Earth,
like an apartment on Earth, you know. And he walks. Well, actually, what I don't know, but he walks out of the building, and he walks onto a beach, and it's the same beach that we were seeing in the flashbacks of him sitting by the water contemplating, you know, his life, and Rocky in a fucking Rocky suit, you know, shows up, tells him to close the door, and Grace responds with, "Well, no one's gonna break in." And Rocky's like, I built you a door, so you have to close the door. So something. He's very to the point, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Something very
Yeah.
Rocky. Yeah.
Um, and that's when you find out that he's on Rocky's planet, and that the Iridians, which is Rocky's species, is their scientists are building or fixing his spaceship and preparing his journey home. And then Rocky says, "Do you remember what the line is?"
No. But it's cute.
Oh,
And he's teaching all of like the little like maybe not Rocky's children, but at least like the little children on that planet.
yeah. Um, I do remember some of the line. It was Ryan Gosling asked if he could think about it, which is a flashback to when he was about to be drugged by Eva um, to go on the mission, and her response was, "You have 3 hours. You have 3 hours to contemplate going on a mission in which you commit suicide at the end." Um, and Rocky's response to, "Can I think about it?" And he said, "You can think about it a long time." Which
Which is cute.
is cute.
Full circle.
And then I've heard some negative things about this scene where it's a circle back moment to him being an elementary school teacher. I actually thought in real time that he was just pretending to be a teacher, do a wall or something, kind of.
Oh.
And then it's a bunch of Iridian children.
Yeah.
And I've heard that, I've read a couple of reviews that said that was an unnecessary scene. But once again, I am a sucker for endings in which everybody goes home and is alive and doing the things that they love, and I liked that ending.
I think it was a great ending. Yeah. What else were you going to show him being miserable on Rocky's planet? No.
And
yeah, that would have been tough.
The one review said that you could in the beginning of the movie when he was a teacher, it was because he was exiled from the scientific world, and that he wasn't doing it because that's what he loved. But I thought like he seemed to enjoy teaching the kids in the beginning, and then even if that wasn't the case afterwards, you went into another universe, or you went across the solar system, hung out with an alien, and discovered things that no other human has ever discovered in ever. And what are you gonna discover on Earth that you haven't discovered in space? Why not go back and teach kids?
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. But,
no, I think it was definitely a happy ending. It's kind of a weird take, and I love the ending. I think like what else? I think what else could you have shown? Like that would have been awesome. You can't have him like dating one of Rocky's, like him finding love on that island. That would have been weird, Like that's like the only like positive spin you can have. That's like makes everyone feel good. Like I left that theater feeling really good about myself.
Yeah, it was a feel. And another negative review I read was that the movie was not political enough and wasn't you left the movie feeling good about humanity, which you shouldn't. And I was like, well, that's exactly why people stopped going to the movies.
Yeah.
People bond over the movie theater, or at least you and I did back in the day. Going to Cedar Lee and stuff like that, and there's something to be said about going to see a positive movie that brings about camaraderie as you're walking out of the theater.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a popcorn movie. It's not necessarily the most artsy sci-fi movie of all time. It's not trying to be that. I think it's trying to be kind of a family feel good. You can take the whole family to and enjoy it. Kind of a throwback movie. And I think what they set out to make, they knocked out of the park. So.
And I will say, I think it's more complex than we're giving it credit for. To be honest,
I think so. Yeah, and as we were talking about a little more, I think
there's a lot of stuff we left out. I mean, it's the
yeah.
timeline, or the flashbacks are well placed, and scientifically, there's a lot going on. Uh, emotionally, social. There's a. I think it's more of a complex movie than just a family popcorn movie.
Yeah, I
It can
think
be
so, but
one, but it can
I
also be one that you think about for a few days.
for sure. But like, I think that you popcorn movies should expect a little bit more out of their people watching them than I don't know, like a typical like Dwayne the Rock Johnson type movie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, yeah, like there should. I think this is still a popcorn movie, but yeah, there's a level of complexity to it. But I feel like in the '80s and '90s, popcorn movies had some complexity to it. Like the Spielberg movies are, they have nuances to them.
But they do. I was actually thinking about Spielberg movies today, where he kind of wrote um, I don't, the formula for a blockbuster.
For sure.
But his movies also had a nuance to them, and I think you know blockbusters today follow the blockbuster formula, missing the heart of it all.
Yeah, and I think too much of them are like sequels or
Yeah.
based on already established franchises and not necessarily creative, interesting, or new, innovative, or anything like that. And so, yeah, I think the reason why this movie is so good is just because it feels very different, but also nostalgic at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's a throwback to blockbusters of yesteryear, but
Yeah.
with I don't know. There's just a new flavor to it. I think it has today's charm.
I was just reading the box office. So the original predictions were 45 to 55 million, and then they actually increased about 63 to 65 million, and ended up grossing 80.6 opening weekend. So those were the opening projections. So it far surpassed its projections. Anything else to add, or should we get to what have you watched?
Well, I might up my review my score from 8.5 to 9.0, or maybe 8.8.
All right.
I'm not. Fuck it. I'm gonna go.
I have liked it.
I'm gonna go 9.0.
I did like it more after we talked about it.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause I will say, like, I've already committed to uh, buying it on 4K. I've mentally committed to that. Um, I kind of want to see it in theaters one more time, and uh, I'd like to have the physical copy of it.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch this movie again,
Yeah,
for sure.
the rewatchability of it is really high.
Yeah.
You
I
could,
think I would. I think I would catch a lot of things the second time, especially with the timeline. Because like
that, and
the first time you're watching, you're just trying to wrap your head around what the hell's
yeah,
going on.
like it could be it's a solid solo watch, and then also with a couple buddies, because there's a lot of laughs to be had.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's a good group. It's also a type of movie you could just like pop on in a group setting and watch like 45 minutes of it, and it's fun,
Oh,
especially if it's a part where Rocky's up.
yeah, and you know what we didn't touch on was the first buddy comedy part of the movie, which was him and the security guard going shopping
Oh
for
yeah,
supplies, building
yeah,
the room together.
yeah,
Just there's a few parts of this movie that you know stand stand on their own. I think comedy wise.
yeah. There's a lot of light humor in this movie for sure, for sure. All right, Brett. Um, he's going 9.0. You're going 9.0.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
going to stay at
9.0.
8.2.
Yeah.
9.0, 8.2. That is Project Hail Mary. Brett, what have you watched recently?
Well, I started rewatching Barry on HBO.
Okay.
I've,
I've seen the first two seasons.
it might.
Then
I'm
there was a
coming to the conclusion.
long gap after COVID,
Yeah,
and I don't think I went back to watching it.
you should, for sure. I'm coming to the conclusion. I'm on season 3 right now, and I'm thinking it might be one of the best shows ever made. I didn't have that feeling when I watched it the first time, but the second time around, I'm catching things that I missed, and it's dark, funny, serious. Bill Hader, performance of a lifetime, I think, and it's just it's really well written. The episodes are only a half an hour, so it's well paced. That's it for about TV.
I loved the first two seasons of Barry. I just never went back to watch it because there was a big gap after COVID, and then I just kind of never got back to it. But I love Bill Hader. Barry's hilarious and good action too.
Yeah,
And I love how they write themselves they're back against the wall, write themselves in a massive hole. How the hell is he going to get out of this? And then somehow they always figure a way out. Yeah.
but yeah, for movies recently, I've watched, and these are all first times for me. Requiem for a Dream, which was heavy as fuck. Um,
I've never seen it.
I wouldn't watch it again, but you have to watch it once. That kind of movie. Fear and
Yeah.
Loathing in Las Vegas. I had never seen that before. That's Johnny Depp playing uh, Hunter Thompson and what the hell's the guy's name? Who plays the dad in Spy Kids?
Oh yeah, that guy. That name's not going to come to me.
No, I can see his face. Benicio del Toro.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh, what the hell did I say?
Benicio del Toro.
I think that's like.
I mean, not the same actor, but
No. Look up Fear and Loathing. Did you look up Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
no. Oh, you might be actually thinking of Yeah, you're right. It's Benicio del Toro.
He is not the father in.
You go Spy Kids for Benicio del Toro? That is wild.
That's an all-time childhood movie for me. So many memories.
I know, but Benicio del Toro's been in a million movies that you've seen, and then you go with Spy Kids, which he's not even in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, but Benicio del Toro.
Spy Kids is great though.
The first Spy Kids.
I love
though.
Spy Kids.
Not the sequels.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember 2. I remember 3 kind of sucking.
yeah, 3 sucked. I think that's what it was. Spy Kids 3D. So yeah, Requiem for a Dream, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. On Wednesday I watched. I texted you about this. Best in Show, which is from. I think it's by Christopher Guest, and it's the guys from Spinal Tap.
Is it whatchamacallit? Directs it?
Christopher Guest, I think.
You're right.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, loaded cast.
Yeah, yeah. Catherine O'Hara, I think, is in it. Jane Lynch, who's, out of this world funny. Fred Willard is, he's just Fred Willard. That's all you have to say.
Eugene Levy also wrote it and stars in it.
Yeah,
along with Christopher Guest.
Yep.
Yeah, loaded cast.
Yeah. That's all I can
What's
think
the
of off
premise?
the top of my head.
It's a dog show movie?
Yeah, so it's like a mockumentary of people that are in a dog show. If you, you've seen Spinal Tap, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like the same concept just with a dog show.
That's cool.
Have you seen A Mighty Wind?
No.
Same people. Uh, it's my favorite of those three movies. I guess Waiting for Guffman is the fourth mockumentary in that world. I haven't seen that though.
Hmm. Cool. Yeah, those are fun.
I also watched Sideways with Thomas Hayden Church and Paul Giamatti, and now I can finally yell at people. I will not drink the fucking Merlot.
Is that your first viewing?
First viewing, incredible.
Really?
Yeah,
That's so your movie
I
too.
know.
You love being pretentious about wine.
I am Paul Giamatti.
Yes. We did a rewind. This isn't for you, Brett, but we did a rewind of Sideways that you can listen to about 6 months ago, live from Napa. We were hammered.
Oh, you were
It was
in Napa for
post-wine
that?
tasting. Yeah.
That's awesome. I did not
We,
listen to it yet because I didn't want the spoilers.
you hadn't seen the movie yet.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen it
of
yet.
course not.
I saw it
Yeah.
towards the end of last year. I have not gone back to listen to the episode yet, but
So you've had 5 months and you still haven't listened to it.
well, I've been watching movies, so I got
Yeah, that's fine.
I was lazy about watching movies. I'm starting to fall back in love with both movies and reading. I was being a lazy piece of shit, and you know,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's easy to get out of a rhythm, and then once you see something, you're like, you get that itch back, and you're like, oh, I want to pop a movie on tonight instead of just like being on my phone or putting something mindless on TV or something like that.
yeah, I'm actually getting tired of I'm not like watching TV as often as I was. I'm either reading or watching a movie, and I'm getting bored with TV shows because when you watch an 8 season show, if a hole in the plot develops, you can always write it out in like later episodes. It's really easy to do. Not I shouldn't say it's easy to do that, but it's easier to do that than in a movie. There's
Yeah,
there's an art to telling a story in 2 hours.
for sure,
You know.
for sure, and also just like TV's such a commitment too,
Yeah.
and like a lot of shows, there becomes a point where you're just like, they've kind of run out of things to talk about and do with these characters.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've texted you about this. I think we're leaving the latest golden era, golden age of television.
Yeah,
Streaming took over. Cable died out. Those main network dramas died out a little bit, and I think now streaming is getting too spread out, too expensive. Um,
yeah,
the
too
shows are all
fragmented.
kind of blending in with themselves, and
Yeah,
you know that's why I've been watching movies.
yeah, fair. I haven't really watched anything. I haven't. I wanted to actually watch the Mario movie. Haven't got a chance to go to the theater to see it because I actually did like the first one. But there's just been a lot of good sports on with March Madness and baseball restarting, and the Masters are on now.
Hmm.
Just it's been occupying a lot of my time, a lot of my free time. So I don't really have anything to watch that I watched in the last like 3 weeks since there was a pod. I don't think so. Oh, I guess sideways, Brett. Before we go, I like. Is it one of your favorite movies of all time? Because I kind of was expecting it to like to completely speak to you.
It did. Every it's just so I can't even put it into words. like I was flabbergasted that I hadn't watched it before.
Yeah.
From the beginning of the movie, I was enamored with it.
Yeah. It's
Um,
so funny.
it's so quotable.
Yeah.
You can watch it over and over again and never get tired of it. Um,
It killed the Merlot industry. I don't know if you've read about that,
no,
but
which is
like,
fine.
and then Pinot boomed after that, and they try to grow Pinot in
Yeah.
areas where you really can't grow Pinot.
And the awesome part of the movie is that like you learn about wine through it
Yeah.
like the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's just and it's a pretty star-studded cast. I mean, the like you have the chick from Grey's Anatomy.
Star-studded. Yeah.
Not star-studded, but there's familiar faces.
Sandra Oh.
There's familiar faces.
Yeah, there are familiar faces.
Yeah. Did I say star-studded and I start with it? A person I don't even know the name of.
Oh, actually, you jogged my memory though. There is something that I've watched. The Pit. Do you watch The Pit?
No, I'm pretty picky on medical dramas. I think Scrubs is
After Scrubs?
Scrubs is the perfect medical show.
It's a comedy though, Scrubs. It's not a drama.
Have you watched it all the way through?
I've not seen a single episode of
Oh
Scrubs.
my god! Well, then you can't talk. Like, dude,
Scrubs is your favorite show of all time?
No, not
Psych?
Psych might be, but no.
So defensive, so upset. You're like, yeah, well, Psych, yeah.
I love, dude. That's been my favorite show. That I was recording that on TV in like sixth grade. I started eating pineapple because of the show Psych, and I still eat pineapple every day for lunch.
Pineapple's great.
It's so good. It makes every day tropical. But no, Scrubs can get pretty heavy at times. You have to watch. If you don't think it does, you have to watch it. If you don't think it gets heavy, then you haven't watched it. That's all I'm saying.
Are you watching the new season of Scrubs?
I have not yet. I haven't been watching. Like I said, the only thing I've been watching TV wise is Barry, and that's been pretty sporadic.
Yeah.
Because I've been filling most of my time with movies.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, cool. Pleasure having you back on.
Yeah,
we talked about a good movie too, so that worked out.
Yeah.
I think you were on one time for Roma, so.
I think I was thinking about this today. I think this might be my fourth time on the show.
You did Nosferatu with me in October. That was a fun pod. You guys can go back and listen to it.
I started slurring my words. I think halfway through.
I think we started with slurring our words.
Probably we were drinking Nosferatu while we were watching Nosferatu. So fun pod.
And we were just cracking up at how absurd Nosferatu is. Yeah, it was a good pod.
Wasn't the main character?
You were on Rome. Bader. Was it Bader?
Was it Butter? Or I don't remember.
I don't know. It was Butter. We didn't know how to pronounce it right. I don't think it was Butter, though. Why didn't we just search what the name was? Anyways, we're getting so off topic here.
I was on Roma, the remake of Pet Sematary.
A good movie.
I liked it. It was. I was thinking about it earlier today, actually, and the one scene that sticks out in my head is when the father's walking down the stairs and the little kid puts a knife in his ankle. It's the back of it, like the shots the back of his ankle, back of his feet walking down the stairs, and then just a knife from the side, and just blood, and it's a cool shot,
Yeah. Yeah, I actually really dug Pet Sematary.
Just a solid horror
shockingly.
movie, But I didn't know it was brought doing this. So this is fourth time on.
Nice. We forgot to review the beer. So for me, I've enjoyed it. It's good. Elysian Space Dust. I'm sure you guys have all had it, but I don't know, Brett. I think it's still pretty good quality.
Yeah, like
It's a tall boy can.
I haven't.
So I feel like quality goes down when you drink a tall boy can, but
Probably. I don't know.
besides that,
I've seen some good beers in tall cans. But the Cosmic Little Thing IPA, I would also give a 9 out of 10, along with the movie. It's a.
would you buy it? Would you buy it again?
This is like the third time I bought it, so because I like that variety pack. It's a whole variety pack of Little Thing IPAs, and there's like the groovy Little Thing IPA, and there's 4 of them, and it's good pack.
Nice.
It's just
I've seen that pack. I've never bought it, but yeah, that does catch my eye.
Yeah, I tried. I went to 2 stores earlier this week, trying to find a 6-pack of it, and then I was like, well, I'm shit out of luck. And then I went to do a beer run today, and I saw the variety pack that I bought before, and I just kind of forgot about the variety pack. And I was like, oh, there's the beer. That worked out.
Yeah, that did work out.
Yeah.
I'd give Elysian Space Dust a 7.5, but I'd buy it again. I probably wouldn't actually, because it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, it's not.
And there's better beers. No, I don't know. I forget what that cost me, but it wasn't. A 6-pack I think costs like $15.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah.
That's fine. There's a brewery out this way called Hop and Frog, and like a 4-pack costs like $17-18, and their Irish ale was like 10-ounce cans.
Oh, dude, you got to be incredibly good to get away with that.
It's very good, but it's not good enough for that amount of money. But in fairness, they are not like they're canning it themselves, like they're not outsourcing it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of paying for the labor of locals to
do it by hand.
So it's like
probably literally have a ladle and a funnel.
They take a sip as they're putting it into the fucking can. Get a little bit of local flavor in there.
It's like sticky in the can. Well, Brett, thank you for coming on.
My parting message to your fans will be, buy Blu-rays and 4Ks and DVDs. Buy physical media. Yeah,
you didn't go on your whatchamacallit rant. Your Criterion rant.
Yeah, I had a pretty good haul the other day.
We'll save it for next time.
We'll save it for next time. But no, I mean the physical physical movies are coming back. If people don't know this, if you buy a digital copy, like on the Google Play Store or Amazon Prime or whatever platform, you don't actually own the movie. You only own the movie as long as that company holds the rights to that movie. So if Amazon they're not going to lose it, but if they lose the rights to Project Hail Mary and you bought it, you lose it too. But they can never take away your DVDs.
It's true. We'll end it with that. Thank you, Brad. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Great job.
Sometime you exploded, drop a few lines when I catch you through the static. Irish goodbye, what a classic. Perennial girl in love. still stay.